Welcome in, everyone, to Cloaks and Capes Monday Dungeons & Dragons campaign of The Second Chances. Before we begin, I do want to give a few quick thank yous and shout-outs. The first, of course, to Critical Role, as we are using their setting of Exandria, specifically Wildemount, for our campaign. And also a thank you to Reliquary Records, whose music you will hear tonight. You can find them in all major streaming music platforms, and you should, because they are a small, homegrown content creator, and their music is DMCA free on streams as well, so look into it. So last time, with the Second Chances, you all had just successfully, I'm going to use air quotes there, depending on how you're judging this success, but you did apprehend the assassin and you did stop the assassination plot from happening, but it seems like change in Baisei Tile may be inevitable, as some machinations of Gwei being attached to a nationalist organization was uncovered, and he was arrested, but not before a giant portal cracked open within the Tower of Three, but that you all, with the help of the assassin, were actually able to close. The assassin did escape in the meantime, and that night you all got a collective vision from the Oracle, essentially congratulating you on doing so well and letting you know that this is only the beginning. From there, the assassin actually showed up that night to talk with Kieran, trying to get a sense for why he travels with this group, and Kieran actually convinced the assassin to meet him in person, and when doing so, Kieran showed up looking like Mira, the assassin's dead lover. That did not go well. And so Kieran thought by turning into Mr. Black that might help. It did not, but it did seem to have shaken something within the assassin, and she left without harming Kieran in any way. Hermia also found out that her black blade is a vestige of divergence that was actually created by Palor the Dawnfather for the Raven Queen and was used during the Cataclysm back in the Age of Arcanum. She also knows it is connected to her brother in some way and fears the sword may have eaten her brother. Maeve learned of a pallid elf who was living in Baisei Tile, gathering information, but recently left and is unsure of whether or not it is connected to her sister or not. Rosalind had an interesting day as well, being punched by the person who she, not purposefully, stood up because you were under arrest, and then got stood up herself. So we're gonna go ahead and jump back in. It is evening at this point, so whatever anybody was out sort of doing, making your way back to Melora's Tears. Leo, because you are old, you basically just slept all day after that really tough, rough battle.
Yeah, you had a tough time.
So from there, the floor is yours. What would you all like to do?
I would like to be an old dude and go into the dining room and find a paper and smoke my cigar and drink some coffee.
All right, that is easy enough for you to do.
It's evening, so stuff is all closed.
If there's someplace specific you wanted to visit on your way back from what you and Maeve were doing, you could probably look for it. What do you need?
We both wanted to buy armor, or at least look at armor.
Yeah, it would be really easy for you to buy armor. Just let me know what it is you want and whatever the listing price is. It's super easy to be able to find that.
I believe I want studded leather. I'm gonna triple check that.
Yep, just go ahead.
That would be the best light leather.
I don't know what I want. I can wear, I'm proficient in medium armor, but I don't want the stealth, deficiencies, since I'm pretty bad.
You want chain then, or not chain?
It's what the main thing about medium armor is what's your dex bonus?
+2.
Okay, so because the thing about medium armor, so this is fine. Medium armor only allows you to add up to 2 of your dex to the AC. So there is medium armor that does not affect the stealth, which I think Callie just mentioned. So but yeah, that's just the only thing.
You can take a breastplate if you want to wear medium armor without taking disadvantage on stealth.
Yeah,
buy a breastplate.
Would be 14 AC plus your dex mod, which would put you at 16. And a chain shirt would be 13 plus your dex modifier at 15. Breastplates are 400 gold. Chain shirts are only 50 gold.
Yep.
I buy studded leather, which is 45.
12 plus dex.
Hold on. Little.
No problem. Gives me
Oh.
a sec to figure out my gold.
What did you stick? Can you run me through like the two?
You're either going to do a chain shirt for 50 gold pieces. That'll be 13 plus 2 for you, so 15 armor class. Or you're going to do a breastplate for 400 gold pieces. That'll be a 16 armor class for you.
Which one's cheaper?
The
The
chain
cheaper one
shirt
would be
is
the
only
chain shirt.
50.
Yeah, it's 350 gold cheaper.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, so 50 gold pieces and your AC is 15.
Yep, so just go ahead and look through the inventory in there, search to add to it, and go ahead and add
It
that.
just took me a second. And then while we're trying on fashionable clothes and, armor and doing all that cute stuff, I also wanted to go and find an herbal shop if they're open.
Yeah, that'd be easy enough to do as well. I assume you're just looking to buy some ingredients for potions?
That's correct. Hold on. I just need to triple check the amounts real quick. I think it's 25 for... That is the wrong... No, that's it. I don't want to rival. Sorry, I was looking at the link you showed me. It had the wrong thing. Okay, hold on. Where are you? Hold on, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay, here it goes. Here it goes. Right, because greater is 100, and I only have like 700 something. So I was gonna get like... I'll get 200 GP worth of ingredients. That's good for either 8 healing or 2 greater healing.
Okay, fair enough. 200 herbal supplies or whatever it is that you want to call it so that you remember. Yep.
I'm trying to figure out... Yeah, I don't know if I can add it here, so I'll put it on the Roll20 sheet and just count it from there.
Yep. You could also, what I like to do for anything that you can't actually just add in there, if you go to your inventory and just scroll down to the bottom, there's other possessions which you can just use as a notepad.
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to do.
All right. Okay. So, with that, you all eventually, slowly, one by one, begin to filter back into the Melora's Tears.
Cool.
Rosalind.
Yes.
Sitting at the bar, you see Lee Saul.
Rosalind is going to go over and not talking to her, but just grab order an ale from the bar.
As you go over there and order an ale, she pushes one down towards you and goes, "You waited quite a while, didn't you?"
She glances over and sees her and nods. As long as I felt was polite.
And she just starts sipping her ale.
Mm-hmm. Roz will grab her drink and go over and sit down next to Leo.
Young love.
She shakes her head. No. Not exactly. Are you feeling better, Leo?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like I got stabbed or punched in the face by a giant monster. So, yeah.
Now, I guess that is ideal. Is everyone else back yet?
You're the first one to pop through.
Fair enough. Maybe they all got stood up too.
You got stood up?
She shakes her head. Sort of. I was owed a favor that was paid in kind.
Do you want me to go talk to the girl over there?
No, I don't want you to go talk to the girl over there. You're fine.
I can be your wingman.
I'm good. I'm taken. Thank you.
We used to play this game called Have You Met This Person? And it could be like, have you met Roz?
Oh my gosh, what?
I don't know if I want to know the context to that.
Something I did in my 20s. I don't know if it still works now.
Got you. Well, no. I'm good. Thank you. Appreciate that, though.
You're taken.
I am.
This Mira in the other dimension.
She nods, sips her drink.
Have you been able to contact anybody from, what was it, Vino?
Vano, no, not specifically. I was able to talk to my sister, who's in the Abyss, and she sent a message to people in Vano. She was able to talk to my mom, who is in Vano, theoretically, anyway. So she said.
Interesting. So, your sisters are in the Abyss.
2 of them, yeah. Well, sorry. When my mom was in the Abyss, her daughters were also there, my sisters, and they kind of escaped and helped free her later, but they still stay in the Abyss most often.
Were you born in the Abyss?
No, I was adopted, actually. They adopted me. I was 7 when I was adopted. No, I was
Leo,
born in Vano.
As you two are having this conversation, you notice somebody across the bar on the other side, in sort of like a booth, who's sitting alone, a half-elven gentleman. No, sorry, an older elven gentleman who seems to be kind of just nursing an ale. Who every once in a while, he just seems to be looking over at the 2 of you and then kind of like diverting his attention. But throughout this conversation with Roz, you notice it.
Without like stopping conversation, I say something in her head. It's like that dude over in the booth is looking over at us.
Rosalind just casts a quick glance in the direction just to get an eye at who Leo's talking about.
Looks kind of rough and tumbled, definitely older. He has an eye patch, various scars, but he has a pretty strong and built-looking frame.
Rosalind casts a grin and says back in her head, of course he's looking. We're the second chances. We're the heroes of Bisetile.
Back in her head, I don't think that's why he's looking at us.
That's why he should be looking at us. She downs another big gulp of her ale. What about you? Where were you born around here? Rexentrum?
North of Rexentrum, up in Shady Creek Run. My family. Let's say we ran a crime business of sorts.
A lot of people used to describe the business my family ran as being, some people liked us and some people didn't.
Well, I mean, when you work in crime, you kind of try to be discreet about it, so.
And, what made you leave?
Oddly enough, Triv and my sister.
I get that. More than you know.
Yeah, I would protect those 2 with my life if I had to.
I also get that. I've save for one occasion, never actually met my sisters, but I would go to some pretty heavy lengths for them too.
Well, barring that they're in the Abyss, I think they could protect you more than you could protect them. No offense.
One of them. The other one is probably as like to slip the knife in as she is to actually protect me.
Feisty one. Kind of like Triv.
She thinks about her Triv. No, I would say Triv without the spectacular sense of humor.
Yeah. Met a few of those before. Try to steer away from those kinds of women.
Well, they're a bit of a package deal, I'm afraid, but I'm gonna, at some point, try to reach them.
Barmaid comes over and sets a drink down in front of you, Leo, and goes, "From the gentleman across the way there," and you watch as he like raises his glass up to you.
Rosalind puts on a big grin. Maybe I'll play wingman for you.
Maybe.
I don't know your taste, but
that's really hard to say because I haven't had tastes before, if that makes any sense.
Understood. Not everyone chooses to sample from the flavors.
True. Do you want a nail?
Yes, I do.
And I push the drink over to Roz.
She'll drink
and
it.
keep drinking my coffee.
Fair point. Yeah, she'll drink it.
So the rest of you can start to filter back in whenever you feel like it. Leaf, you were last with Kieran, weren't you?
I'm not.
I think you're.
I think Kieran came out of the temple to Avandra, and you were basically there with her, and he kind of hung out with you in the temple of Melora for a while.
Oh, that's right. Well, I was.
He confided to you that he had seen the assassin.
Yeah, but you were gonna stay there for like several hours to do your druid.
Yeah,
stuff,
I was.
And Kieran didn't want to stay that long.
Yeah, I was there for 8 hours casting.
Okay, so you'll actually probably be there quite a ways into the nighttime. Speaking of Kieran, but yeah,
Hi,
the rest
Kieran.
of you can show up whenever you like.
Well, I'm sure Hermia and I don't have much to do after the shopping spree.
Yep. So we'll say that Maeve and Hermia probably show up with their brand new armor.
Oh, look at you two! Is
Oh,
that
I got tired of being squishy.
I can understand that. Leather and
I mean,
chain?
yeah. I figured if I'm not as squishy, I can hit stuff with my sword more, which would make the sword like more happy.
And
She's all,
also
like,
help
for
you
me
with
all the
what?
time.
She's gonna nudge you, not just yell at you. Help you with what?
One sec. We're hearing
Oh.
duplicates.
I think I fixed it.
Okay, are we good?
Yep, we're fine now.
Okay.
Help me with what? What?
Help you improve your confidence.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. Also,
There we go.
Roz, I needed to ask you something that's pretty weird. Well,
I deal almost exclusively in the pretty weird.
so you mentioned your Uncle Levix had something like my sword.
Yes.
So did the Raven lady talk to him or send him vision? Do you know?
Yeah, he was never, I would say, super specific with it. He usually saw visions from her and he would describe them as feelings of what he was supposed to do. Although he worked pretty closely with the Church of the Raven Queen in Venot, if I recall.
If you want me to give you some backstory real quick, I can.
I'm just kind of going with what I know from the campaign because that's what I figure Rosalind would have been told.
So when he got the visions of what he should do, did he do them right away?
I mean, right away? No, I would. Sometimes I think the experience was you can't always do the visions that you're given right away. Sometimes they portend things that'll happen in the future. And you just have to, when the time comes, be prepared to accept it.
Oh, so I don't know. If he got something really specific, would he think it was important to try and do it as soon as he could?
She gets a look on her face as she thinks about that question. She's like, I'm going to start this by saying that my Uncle Levix was not an average person. He was a very singularly focused man, and did not exactly take time off, ever. So, yeah, I feel like if he had been sent a message from the Raven Queen, he probably would have gone to do it very quickly, but also understand that in Torres, it's not easy to just move around and do things. Leaving your city is difficult, and a really good way to die. So, hard to say. He spends most of his time in the Abyss nowadays, so. Yeah,
Well,
it's not stellar.
I mean, to each his own. Maybe he likes it there.
No.
No. Okay. Well,
No.
never mind then. He doesn't like it there.
No.
I just don't know the protocol on this kind of thing. I mean, would you go right away? If you knew, if
Where
got
are
a
you
vision
supposed to
from,
go?
Maeve actually knows where, the area where it's in. I don't know if I would have. Did I roll to see if I knew where that place was that Maeve was talking about? I can't remember if I did or not.
You would know of it because it's a pretty famous place. It's thought to be the cradle of civilization, but you basically only know it in the way of like how the average person would know that some place like Jerusalem is a place.
Fair.
Yeah. So, yeah, Nate told me where this place is located and it's far.
Well, it's fine that it's far. My suggestion then would be, when we're traveling out that way to go do it. I doubt.
I don't know if we would ever travel that way.
Well, we don't know. We don't know where we're going to be taken to. So it's possible.
I'll go ahead and tell you right now, I would never have imagined I would be sitting in Bicay Tile. So you never know where you're going to end up.
Who knows where we're going to be taken to next? Don't lose hope, Hermia. I'm certain we'll be crossing paths with her before too long.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I just don't want to do anything that is going to make like some god angry at me. Like, I have no idea. Like I said, I don't know the protocol. Like,
I can understand that. Let me put it this way to you, Hermia. If I was a champion of the Raven Queen and I was given a quest to go very far away, I would take that as my indication that I'm supposed to spend time growing in strength until my journeys take me there. Whatever we face there might be truly terrifying, and you are going to need to be strong and powerful, and I'm sure your sword will be thrilled by that.
See, just like we talked about. Well, like your sword talked about and I interpreted for you.
Yeah.
This
I
point,
guess that's true.
Hermia, you feel a figure looming over you as the rest of you watched as the elven man from across the way stood up and walked across the bar over this way. And is
He's leaning over me?
He's just kind of standing behind you.
I glance behind me. Ah, stranger danger!
Hermia, can we help you?
Ignoring all of you, looking at Leo. You're from Shady Creek Run, aren't you?
Yeah, do I know you?
Oh, no.
My name is Paxson. We worked together. Long time ago. I thought that I recognized you. You're a bit far from home. Are you not running with the Grudgehounds anymore?
Eyes just widen.
Nope. Left that behind a long time ago, bud.
It's probably better for your health in the long run.
I don't know about that. You should hear what he does now.
Roz.
Running with an awfully young group now, though.
Yep.
He just kind of tips his hat to you a little bit and just, well, be safe then. Kind of realizing it's kind of like an awkward, maybe he's not super welcome, and heads back over the other side and sits down again.
Well, he was delightful. Leo, who's your friend?
An old associate of sorts.
Just kind of give Leo a look.
Grudgehound is a solid name, by the way. That is A tier.
Maybe we shouldn't be speaking.
Yeah, I kind of cringe at that.
Maybe we shouldn't be speaking these things so loudly here.
Yeah.
Rosalind puts her hands up. My apologies.
Give me a second, and I get up and I walk over to him.
Okay, as you walk over, he kind of straightens himself up a bit and just looks at you expectantly.
Are you still running with the Bloodhound or the Grudgehound gang?
I never ran with him. I did other cleanup type stuff. I'm not surprised you don't remember me. It was a while ago. But I often came in to clean up spoiled crops.
And I just kind of nod. What brings you to Bayside Tile?
Work as a mercenary now.
You working for the Crown's Guard, or?
No. I just help people go back and forth between Rex and Trim and wherever they're going. I tend to stay away from Shady Creek Run nowadays, so, up here north to Bicay Tile, to Zadash, over to Ice Haven a few times.
Interesting. So you're staying on the straight and narrow path?
I mean, Depends on what they're paying, but it usually keeps the Crown's Guard away. What about you? That's call up a bunch of kids you're traveling with.
Yeah, it's an adventuring group that I've been kind of tasked of babysitting sorts.
Seem a bit old for adventuring.
Yeah, but these creaky old bones can still keep going. When are you heading back to Rexentrum?
Probably gonna stay here for a few days. I don't like to travel unless there's a pay connected to it.
Understandable. Well, I'm sorry for giving you the cold shoulder. Like, when I hear that gang's name, it kind of stirs up old trouble, and I really don't want these youngins finding out what's happened.
I understand.
But it's nice to see you. Glad you got out.
You too.
And I walk over to the bar and ask the barmaid to send him a drink.
Okay, easy enough.
And I head back to the table.
Okay. Kieran, after you leave Leaf at the Temple of Melora, since he was going to spend 8 hours gardening, was there anywhere else you wanted to go, or would you just head back to the inn? It's sundown at this point, so with the trees and the light snowfall, all the light is gone at this point.
I think I would have went back to my room.
Would you be trying to sneak past your friends in the main room there? In the main area, the bar?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, I would have.
Depending on if you took a form, you'd easily be able to do so.
You said stealth?
Unless you were going to take like a different form, then you'd easily be able to walk by them. They wouldn't cast a second glance at you. So, yep, you're able to get up to your room, no problem.
Okay.
Unless you're trying to get caught.
I'm trying to think, because I want to... You said Rosalind's in the lobby, yeah?
Everybody is. You see everybody except Leaf, which makes sense because you left him at the temple.
Okay, I think for my form, I would have turned into a broad-shouldered, very muscular form of a female orc with white hair that maybe Roz might double take at.
Okay, yeah. Roz, you're pretty low passive and you're in the middle of a conversation, so make a perception check for me.
I dropped my D20. I have to go back to the dead D20s.
No,
Oh, God.
no.
Oh. 19 plus 1.
Okay, so yeah, as you're chatting with everyone, and Hermie and Maeve is kind of telling you about their day. For a second, you swear you saw someone who looked like Aunt Sin.
Rosalind,
get upstairs.
Rosalind kind of like blinks and like gets up. Did you all just see an orc walk past?
Who?
I don't know. Did I?
Anyone with a passive perception above 15 saw it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's strange in this area.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, excuse me a second, and I'll be right back. And she's gonna go upstairs.
Very well.
Okay.
Weird.
You go
Everyone's
up.
She was
friends.
giving me shit about my taste. That's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
I would say by the time you get up there, it's just in time to see a large figure head into Kieran's room.
She kind of like tilts her head at that, and she's doing it now too. Kieran? Are you currently dressed as a large orc lady?
No.
Oh. In that case, she walks over and knocks at the door. Aunt Sin?
Was that you said that out loud?
Yeah, she knocks over the door and asks Aunt Sin, because you said no, you're not. So she's like, okay.
I I will answer the door.
Still as the same person?
Yup.
All right. I would say, how close are you to resembling Sin, who Rosalind has not seen in about 4 years now? So
Roll a d20.
Me?
Yep. What'd you get?
1.
A 1. Yeah, now that you're actually looking at Kieran and whatever this form is, like, it's not even close.
okay.
Like, it's a half-orc with white hair, but, like, little on the chubbier side. Like, Aunt Sin was lean.
Yeah.
Like, strong, but it was, like, all muscle. There's a
Not
little bit of,
all
like,
half-orcs
graying
look
and
like-
balding in the hair. Like, yeah, you actually feel a little bit. If Aunt Sin could see this orc, and you thought that it was her, you'd probably have a black eye.
I mean, in all fairness, there's a number of situations that could lead to Aunt Sin giving me a black eye.
Sure,
So
absolutely.
I've had my share. She nods. All right, Kieran.
My name's not Kieran.
Then get out of Kieran's room.
Oh, I start
Make
looking around.
Make a deception check, Kieran.
God, disadvantage, I hope.
Rosalind, make an insight check.
Jesus. I mean, in fairness, it's Roz, and it doesn't take a ton to fool her. 5.
Jesus.
Oh,
26.
honey.
Yeah, what is this orc doing in Kieran's room?
Fair enough. Rosalind kind of like raises an eyebrow. All right. So, stealing, assassin.
No, I'm just I'm a patron of this here establishment, and I think I got the wrong room mixed up. You should tell whoever your friend is to lock the door, because it was just open, so that's why I assumed it was mine. So my apologies.
Yeah, I don't know if Rosalind is still convinced or not.
Going to see if she stole anything.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's take a step inside together, shall we? And we'll see if anything
What?
is missing.
Well, this is real weird. I mean, it's not your room, is it?
No, but it belongs to my adventuring companion, whom I care for very much.
That? Like, aren't we all friends in the end?
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Creepy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Rosalind is trying to hold a straight face right now, and it is not doing very good. She's 2 drinks in. Uh-huh. Yeah. Step back. Go sit on the bed. We're gonna go look around real quick.
Sure. Sit down on the bed.
All right. Then I guess Rosalind will look around for signs of anything that's missing.
Does Kieran have a whole lot that would be that she would or that he would have left in the room to have potentially been burgled or stolen? You know what? Actually, here, Rosalind,
That's it.
make a perception check for me.
Sure. 15.
Okay, so as you kind of start to look around, and there isn't a whole lot, Kieran travels pretty light, and obviously Leaf doesn't carry a whole lot either. But as the orc is kind of sitting on the bed, fidgeting around a little bit, you notice attached to their hip a familiar-looking deck box for a set of cards.
Mm-hmm. Rosalind is gonna kind of like glance around for mine. Are you also a big fan of cards?
You see a strange man suddenly peeking in the room.
A strange man has now appeared in the room as well. It might be
Stranger danger, stranger danger.
Oh, look at that beautiful gold coat too. Wow, my goodness, he's handsome.
Is he going out
That
on a
was
date?
real weird. Look, I feel real uncomfortable. It looks like there's a lot of people coming in here, and I don't feel safe.
Kieran. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay. I didn't really mean to deceive you. I kept going with it because, sometimes I just stay in character and it's just good practice, just.
You were bought in.
Yeah, I did good. Yeah.
You did well enough, I would say.
Was it the voice? Too much?
It was partially the voice. My aunt is a half orc and not quite how they sound.
Oh. So is it like higher pitched?
I would say lower pitch. Lower. Yeah.
Lower.
Yeah. You got this. Also, I asked you a lot of questions and you never once threatened to punch me, so another giveaway.
Your family's very violent, huh?
She gets 1,000-yard stare on her face. Yeah, they are a lot of the time. She motions to her shoulder guard. My Aunt Sin actually gave me this after the first time I gave her a black eye. It's a wooden shoulder guard in the shape of a wolf's head.
They are so good for you.
Yeah.
And you buy them. You get
Was Leaf able to find you? He said he was looking for you. Something about you were gonna tell him a secret.
Oh yeah. I did tell him that, and then he told you that.
Well, he didn't tell me what the secret was, just that you were going to tell him a secret, which is fine. I told him I don't care. You're allowed to have your secrets.
Okay, well thanks. Now I don't feel bad.
Not sure that's the takeaway, but yeah. No, you are allowed. You don't have to tell everyone everything. Just if it puts them in danger, you do owe them the truth.
Like, just the people involved or like anyone?
Specifically, I would say the people involved. Are you... Rosalind is going to close the door and go sit down. Listen, I'm new around here. I'm just gonna... okay, great. I'm just going to put this out there. Eventually, I'm going to go home. I'm going to go back to my world. And people here aren't going to see me again. Just like I'm not going to see them again. So if there is something you wish to get off your chest, you can tell me, and I promise you I will take that secret to my grave. Or if I do tell anyone, it's no one who will ever see you.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Rosalind. And it's funny. I don't think I ever told you. That was my mom's name.
Rosalind?
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't that funny? Yeah.
Yeah. I normally I wouldn't ask, I promise, but I have to, given what has happened so far in this place. What was her last name?
Kepler.
Kepler. Okay. Well, I do not know a Rosalind Kepler or anyone with that last name, but well, it is my mom gave me that name. She named me after one of the moons around Taurus.
Huh. Do you have 2 moons? 1 moon?
4.
4 moons. Okay. All right. It seems a bit much trying to one-up us, huh?
I don't know. I feel like you might be underselling yourselves. You guys deserve more than 1 moon. I have no idea how many moons Exandria actually has, Robbie, but...
There's 2.
2? Okay, fair enough.
Well, that was a neat way to make that positive. Yeah. No, I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry. I have a lot on my mind, and it's not like I don't want to tell you guys. It's just... I'm a growing boy, and these emotions and feelings, and I can't control them. So sometimes I just need some time, you know.
God.
That sounds an awful lot like someone I know in my world. No, listen, Kieran, like I say, you don't have to tell people anything that you don't want to. You are allowed your secrets and you're allowed to be you. Just in a short period of time, we have all risked our lives for each other and we've got your back, whatever it is. So she's going to give you a firm slap on the back and get back to her feet.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
And yep, I'm gonna go finish my ale and then go see if my sister will talk to me. So, have a wonderful night, Kieran.
You too, Roz.
Downstairs, Leo, Maeve, Hermia, if there was any information you all wanted to sort of share with one another, anything that you found or anything, feel free to do so.
I'll just mention that I'm looking for this pallid elf who is probably circumstantial in some of the weird political machinations, but I have no proof that she's even still here. So I'll just kind of share a little bit about that. Oh, Leo doesn't even know about that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. So long story short, basically there was this pallid elf. Sorry, Cal is just doing stuff. Anyway, there was a pallid elf that had really ingratiated herself with the Ring of Three, and they told me that they haven't seen her in weeks. And so, Hermia came with me, and we managed to get through the front door. And not really much, just that she had definitely taken some scrupulous notes about each of the Ring of Three members, kind of similar to the notes we were finding during our investigation, like about the weak link and stuff like that. And then there was a weird.
We found this note that I took.
Yeah, and then we found this letter. Yes, we took this letter, which was actually just up here. Where'd you go?
Here, I'll read.
Anyway,
Copy and paste.
there it is. Nope, not that letter. This
No,
letter.
That was the letter. Oh,
No, I got the wrong letter.
Oh.
The name of the person, as far as we know, is Gwenla, which is a name I couldn't figure out why it sounded maybe familiar. Gwenla, all of the information you've gathered has been put to use. The next stage of the plan is already in motion. I'm still not entirely convinced myself it will work or not, but not trying just leaves us where I found you. If it does work, then our mission has only just begun. I'll be in town in around 3 weeks' time. Stay out of sight, and I'll have our next moves planned by the time I arrive. Stay strong, Moonlight. Farcrest. And I don't really have any other information other than those names. And the only thing I do know is how they described the person is not how I would describe my sister.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is...
And we don't know when this was written.
No, just that she's been gone for a little bit before I arrived, right? Before I arrived? Is that right?
Yep, she's been gone for about a week.
Yeah. So I have no idea if it's a coincidence or not.
Could be the assassin under an alias of some kind.
Could be. I feel like there was something we found that made that seemingly unlikely.
Remember, up until a week ago, the assassin was in Rexentrum with you guys, basically. She was just a few days ahead of you.
Oh, true.
So, different person. Also, this was like her house that we went into, which, as far as we know, the assassin didn't really have a house.
Do we still have that evidence from Gwei's office?
I have the notes about it.
Do you have the letter?
I think I...
That was fake?
Yes.
Can I have that and the letter?
Compare. I gave them both to you.
Can I see if the handwriting's similar?
It's not, because even though you figured out that the one in Gwei's office was fake, it was still forged to look like his handwriting.
Okay.
Is the paper the same?
Not that you can tell.
Can I try and tell?
Nope. The only reason that Leaf was able to tell was because it's technically made out of plants, and he rolled, and he rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, that was a Leaf thing.
Yep.
Can I channel Leaf?
What I will say is that the Gwei one looks like it's made on like official, like this was in an office somewhere, some type deal, and the other one is kind of crumpled up and weathered, and it looks like it was probably brought here by a courier or something, some sort. So they are definitely very, very different.
Yeah. No way to really say, but could be a connection. Definitely will be keeping these two in handy in case it comes up, but certainly wherever we go next, I am likely to see if I can root out some more information.
Interesting. Well, keep those names in mind and see if we can go to another library or something and see if we can drum up some information on maybe where they live.
Maybe, yeah. Gwenla, Farcrest, nickname Moonlight, I explained to Hermia's. I mean, you could call, it's the kind of nickname I could see someone else calling a Pallid Elf, but I don't, I kind of suspect Farcrest is not a Pallid Elf because of the nickname. Just because it would just be weird. We're all kind of the Moon Weaver, so it would be kind of weird to call each other Moonlight. So, that's all I got, though. I don't know otherwise anything else with this Farcrest fellow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So where's my new armor?
You didn't go buy any.
Yeah, you're too busy being old.
There's some good news. Studded leather. What kind of stuff do you wear?
I wear leather like you guys.
Okay. Well, she's more in the heavy, medium armor, but they get some studded leather if you want a slight upgrade.
How much?
It's 45.
Maybe before we leave tomorrow, I'll go pick some up.
Fair enough. Get that extra bonus to AC.
Did you pick up any healing potions by any chance?
Not healing potions, but I did pick up ingredients to make healing potions, so I will be doing that.
Are you doing that tonight?
I can try. I have to do a roll, basically, and that's how long it takes for me to make it.
Okay,
we got rules.
I have to pick up armor and grab me a healing potion before I go get the horses in the morning.
Well, if you get any more healing potions, just use it from the group GP, and we'll spread them around.
Do you want me to get some for everybody then?
I mean, they only usually have a limit. Yeah. There's only usually like a limited amount that we can buy anyway because of limited supply. Didn't mean to metagame, but I just know that's a thing. So
you guys did also, I think when you first came into town, I think you tried to look for a magic shop and weren't able to find one, so...
I did. Or I thought I did.
You weren't able to find one, no.
Like, I found some, because I have some in my inventory, like...
I don't think that you did that here in Baise Tile, though.
Oh, I can't, yeah. Well, we could check here, I don't know.
You certainly can. Mm-hmm.
Did you guys pick up any rations? Because I know we were running low.
Oh, sorry, I would have wanted to.
Rations is easy enough. You can just go ahead and add those in your inventory, check what the price is. That's fine. Yeah, we don't need to worry about role-playing out shopping for mundane things that you can absolutely find.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
So we'll say that you guys finish sort of catching up with some stuff, and eventually everyone retires to their rooms. Rosalind, you have a chance to talk to Light.
I want to do something before I go to sleep.
Okay, we'll get to you next.
Okay.
So, Rosalind, you have some privacy while everyone else is still downstairs.
Sure. She'll kind of like plop down on the bed, and rather than do what she usually does, where she just like talks about whatever she experienced that day, she's gonna kind of lean back and say, hey, Light, just reaching out to remind you that anytime you feel like you need to talk, this is a two-way street. I'm, as much as Saris was always there for me, I was just as much there for her. I was her lifeline to the world, so if you ever need to talk, just, feel free.
Thank you, Rosalind, but I have Shadow for that. And Morena on occasion.
Yeah, I know, you do, but, it can be different to be able to talk to someone without someone else knowing your thoughts whenever you do. Being able to have a private thought with someone.
Noted.
Yeah. Well, no pressure, of course, but figured you've been down there a long time, so probably might be good.
I delivered your message to Mira.
Oh. How'd she take it?
Not well,
Yeah, that sounds like Mira.
but she'll move on now.
So she's going to. Okay, good. I don't suppose you got a sense for how much time has passed there, how long I've been gone.
I don't think that it's been long.
Okay. Well, thank you, Light. I appreciate you getting that message over.
She'll be happier this way.
Rosalind's voice is a little shaky now. Yeah. Yeah, probably for the best, right?
Yes, it will be.
Yeah. Well, I hope you broke it as easy as you could to her.
There's no response.
Rosalind lays her head back and just cries for a little bit.
Okay, Hermia. Do you need privacy
Yeah.
for what it is that you'd like to do?
Oh no, because Hermia's weird.
Okay.
Hermia's weird.
So Maeve and Hermia come up
Yeah.
at some point. Rosalind, it's up to you if you're still crying or if you fell asleep or whatnot.
Rosalind has just gone out onto the balcony to be alone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I was gonna go out there, but I'll do it here. So maybe I'm gonna try to pray again. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't really know how. So if I do something wrong, tell me. I really don't know how this works.
Let me tell you, Hermia, that from what I understand of how prayer works, it's a description. It's talking about your needs in whatever language you need. Leave the fancy words to the preachers, as my father would say. Just speak from the heart.
That makes sense. Okay, so I'm about to go to sleep. Miss Raven Queen, or Mrs. I don't know if you're married. So you sent me a vision about some place far away, and I don't know when you want me to go there, but if you need me to go there right away, like, I'll go right away. But you just gotta let me know, because I can't just decide for like the whole group unless you want me to go by myself, and I'm doing it again. I'm rambling. Anyway, just let me know what you want me to do, because I don't know. I don't know what you want me to do. Okay, the end. Bye. How'd I do?
I think that's about as honest as you can be.
Okay, cool. Oh, I'm tired now.
I'll go get some sleep. I'm gonna check on Roz.
Okay.
So I'll be kind of finishing up my herbalism a little bit, and I'll knock on the balcony. Is there a balcony door? If there is, I'll walk out. If there is, I knock on it.
There is. Whether or not Roz closed it or not is up to her.
Yeah, you can knock. She'll motion you out and quickly kind of just like wipe her eyes.
Hey, you kind of hurried after that half-orc lady. Is everything okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. It was Kieran.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why? Okay. Do I want to know?
I don't know that I know, actually. Kieran is being Kieran. And that's fine.
Very well, but I sense that's not what's troubling you.
Yeah, no. She kind of like stops and glances at you. Has there ever been a special someone?
Oh. She looks conflicted at first at that question before nodding. Yes. Yes, I think I can answer that safely as yes. Complicated, but yes.
You're not with them, I notice, or at least you haven't told us you are.
You have to understand, Pallid Elves don't really subscribe to a singular special someone. Of course, there are people that end up together. They mate. There are people who simply are together for sake of procreation. There are people who switch on and off, multiple partners. The idea of a singular special someone is a bit of a child's dream. That being said, I did have someone who I felt special towards, but it did not work out, so to speak.
Kalishtar, we value our connections with people. We're born with a connection to a spirit that is with us for our entire life.
Interesting.
And when we die, we become their spirit in the next life, and so on with the cycle.
But you said Light was your sister. Is that what you call siblings?
When I came here, I lost my connection to my spirit.
Oh.
Her name was Saris. But that's neither here nor there. I'm learning to deal with that. But because of that, Kalishtar do tend to very heavily value their connections with people. And my sister informed the Mira of my world that I'm probably not coming home.
I see. With your permission?
She nods. Yeah. I don't want her to... I don't know how long... Even if I do go home, I don't know how long it's going to be. It could be a decade, before I actually can make it home. And I don't want her to maybe just wait forever, hoping I'll come back. What if we die doing this?
I understand. With my people, two people who come together, it is seen as there's a sort of selfishness implied when you keep your partner from exploring other people.
Yeah. Oh.
But given in your circumstance, I can't believe that would have been easy to do.
Yeah, we've traveled together for a while, and I guess ultimately I want her to be happy, even if it's not with me. And right now that doesn't make it hurt any less.
No, but I wonder if more than that, you just stated that you may never be back.
Listen, this is, I'm trying to hold it together here, and this is crazy what we're doing. Like, this is, and I come from a family of doing crazy things, but this is, I know what we're up against, and or maybe more accurately, I know that I don't know what we're up against, and there's a good chance that none of us are coming out of this alive, and even if we do, there's still no guarantee I get to go home when it's over.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I spent my whole childhood training to save the world, and I guess I kind of thought that I would get to be a part of it.
You kind of thought you'd get to choose the people you'd save the world with.
Not even. I just thought that when I saved the world, I would be part of it, of that world still.
Well, we're glad you're here. But that doesn't mean you can't be upset.
Thank you, Maeve.
Do you need a hug? I've been told I give awkward ones.
Yeah, you know, a hug sounds good right now.
She'll give you a... She calls it awkward. It's actually a pretty nice hug.
She,
Roll for hug.
No! I'm not rolling for hug!
she squeezes very tightly. She is a very strong lady. But then she releases you. I'm just gonna stay out here for a little while longer, and then I'll be in to go to sleep. I think we need to probably start getting back to Rexentrum in the morning.
Take as long as you need. Don't expect that you're just gonna be okay tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think that I'm going to be. Not for a bit.
Is there anything I or any of us can do? Lester jumps on your shoulder.
She smiles at that, even if just for a moment. Yeah, I'll be okay in time. Just need to get my head around it.
How tall
She
are you,
nods before-
Roz?
Huh?
Roz is just over 6 feet, so about 6'1".
Mira will actually look at you and go, shoulders. And she'll nod. Sorry. There's always something that Lester likes about a person. I think he likes your shoulders.
Oh.
And from here, being as tall as you are, Luster is actually able to jump up onto sort of the roof section of the balcony. And
yeah.
It's slippery and icy, and in doing so, kicks off a large thing of snow that just falls right on Roz's face.
Lester! I will go up to you and start trying to brush snow off your face. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry.
Luster pushes down another large thing of snow onto Maeve's head. And just starts
Lester!
coo from up top there.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
It's cold.
Yeah, it's
That's cold. Lester!
Luster jumps down and just sort of glides around a bit and then lands back on the balcony, like railing.
I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
Yeah,
so sorry.
It's okay.
She takes her cloak and just tries to brush it off your face. She doesn't know what else to do.
It's fine.
Oh my gosh,
really.
I'm so sorry.
I know. It's fine.
Oh.
Thank you for the ice down there, Luster. Appreciated.
This reminds me of the ice skating incident. Don't think I didn't forget, Luster.
Luster jumps down onto the balcony and then runs in and under the bed.
Don't think I didn't know what you did.
He's
Anyway.
scared.
He knows what he did. He knows what he did.
Anyway, I'll be in just a bit.
Okay. You sure you don't? I feel really bad now.
It's fine.
Okay, I'll go on the floor. You can have the bed.
It's fine.
Too late.
Oh my god.
She goes in with a very wet face and a wet poncho. Just starts grumbling. And she takes off the wet part so she can try to roll over and get into some covers and go to sleep, shivering a little. Luster.
All right. Roz. As Maeve walks in, a voice comes into your head. When everyone is asleep, meet me up the way near the Sage's Inn.
She takes a deep breath through her nose and then replies, I will.
All right. Was there anything...
And once everyone has gone to bed, she'll hop over the edge of the balcony and hop down.
From 2 stories up?
Yeah.
Give me an acrobatics check.
All right. I am going to use my...
You don't got wings?
It's 2 stories. Like it is high. Don't get me wrong.
2 stories is still a lot. Damn
20
it.
feet.
Uh,
Yeah, 20 feet.
That's like a broken ankle.
No. She is going to use her.
She just wants to look cool.
No. I don't know. If there's anything. What the hell is it called?
Featherfall?
No. She has her being a paladin gives her this. I'm so sorry, I can't find the ability. It gives me advantage on acrobatics checks, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, for being an Oath of Glory paladin.
I mean, there should be an A next
so
to your.
it's basically like a hey, if you try and do dope shit.
Yeah, if you try to
go for
be
the
a
glory.
fucking badass. Yeah, exactly.
You should have a.
Peerless athlete, that's what it's called. As a
Okay.
bonus action, you can use your channel divinity to augment your athleticism. For the next 10 minutes, you have advantage on strength, athletics, and dexterity acrobatics checks. You can carry, push, drag, and lift twice as much as your normal weight, and the distance of your long and high jumps increases by 10.
Not
feet.
bad, not bad. All right, with advantage then.
All right,
Aw,
let's
damn.
do it. 13 and 22.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so you you land 3-point landing, Iron Man style.
Hell yeah.
Kind of brush yourself off a little bit. There's some drunk guy across the way who's just kind of leaning against a tree, and who sees it and just kind of like stands up straight and and it just like
Rosalind.
gives you a weird salute and then just walks away.
Rosalind nods. Just
All right. So as Rosalind is heading to the Sage's Inn, was there anything else anyone wanted to do before bed?
Did the herbalism, you got me on that one. I just gotta do one more. Otherwise, no. I'm
Yes.
trying to sleep with my fewer clothes, and I imagine at some point Lester comes and warms me up.
Yeah. So unless you can actually spend like the majority of your day or downtime doing it, it basically takes you 2 successes to make one. So.
No big.
All
Sorry, I
right.
might just need a reminder.
Yep. So Rosalind, you head up the way a bit, and you see what looks to be an establishment like a lot of the places here built into a tree, but this one looks like it's at some point was maybe rotted or began to fall over, and so it was kind of cut away. So it's more of just like this large stump that this one is sort of built into. Looks a lot more homely than the Melorist here. And as you kind of walk up and reach for the door, you hear, "Come around back."
Rosalind nods, and she'll make her way around the side towards the back.
And as you do, you start to realize just how chilly it is out here tonight.
Especially
Around-
since I got covered in snow.
Yep. And so around back, standing maybe 20 feet away from the rear of this establishment against one of the smaller trees here, you see in the garb of the assassin, pale-skinned, short red hair, hand on the firearm at her hip, you see the assassin.
Rosalind, seeing the firearm, immediately puts her hands up, not wanting to get shot again. We good?
I wouldn't have invited you out like this if I wanted to do you harm.
Jonathan puts her hands down. I appreciated your help closing the portal.
Is your mirror still alive?
Rosalind kind of closes her eyes. Very fresh wound. And she nods. Yeah. We've been adventuring together for the last, only for the last 2 years or so. But we've been training together for 5.
She kind of straightens a little bit. Her eyes are kind of darting around a bit nervously. I'm sorry for our first encounter.
I can
understand.
only imagine.
What must have been going through my head.
I can only imagine you must have had a dream that would have left you very confused.
Had I known, I wouldn't have came at you as her.
I was. It threw me for a loop. I had just come to this world and still hadn't quite figured out anything about that.
I wear her face as a way to remember her, a way to honor her.
So you can change your appearance at will, then.
I can. And I just... This is a courtesy call. The one you travel with calls themselves Kieran.
Hmm.
I met with them earlier today. And they thought that it would be funny to meet me as Mira.
Rosalind gets a very uncomfortable look on her face. I'm sorry. I can only imagine how that felt.
They're keeping a few things from you.
If they were able to meet you as Mira, I would guess then that, much like you, they can change their form at will.
Ask them about who they really are. If they don't want to talk, maybe they'll talk about their friend Gil, the man in the box.
Rosalind kind of squints her eyes a little bit. I told Kieran earlier today that we are all allowed to have our secrets. That includes you, by the way. As much as these dreams will allow us to have anymore, anyway.
Is it true that this Mr. Black sent you here?
A man in Rexentrum by the name of Mr. Black approached us, saying he wanted to be our benefactor of sorts. He informed us that a assassination was going to take place in Bisetile. He didn't tell us any details, who was involved or who the target was, only that if we were seeking great change, we might find it here. And that is what brought us to Bisetile. What does he mean to you?
Make a persuasion check.
Spend inspo. 23.
Dice being very nice to you today.
17 plus 7?
You can see that
Or 16 plus
she,
7, rather.
specifically on her hand that's on the gun, you can see her fingers twitching, her hand shaking a bit, but the rest of her she seems to be holding together pretty well. He was my benefactor. I don't know why he would do that.
Well, you could look at it one of two ways. Either you could choose to believe he sold you out, or
It's never
you could
simple
choose.
as that with him.
No. The other possibility is that he knew a portal would open here and that you would need help closing it. And so here we are. Admittedly, a much more positive spin on it, but little positivity never hurt anybody.
What are you and the rest doing now?
We're going to go back to Rexentrum. We don't have any more leads at the moment on where we might find great change. So we'll go back to Rexentrum, meet up with any of our contacts there, and hope to find someone. Why don't you come with us?
No.
Fair.
I don't trust Kieran. I don't have a reason to trust any of you.
No, that has been probably the greatest test of this so far, as none of us know each other or have any reason to trust each other. But, I suppose back home, my team who were assigned to me didn't have any reason to trust me either, and even less so after I walked them right into an ambush. But we all found a way to trust each other, and well, it worked out pretty well for us. What can I call you?
I don't think I've ever trusted anyone, Roz. Not in my line of work.
I can think of one person you trusted.
Make another persuasion check.
Do I spend the inspo?
The minute you don't, it's gonna go rotten.
No,
But...
now we'll go for it. Why not? No inspo. 24.
Is that Robbie's dice?
Yeah, I'm using Robbie's dice now.
My fat stacks.
All right, Vastax coming through with the dice.
Yeah.
Mira saw something in you.
Yeah. She was a vindictive, difficult, quick-tempered woman, but never to me. Always her best to me.
You watch as the red hair begins to curl a bit. The red fades to white. The eyes begin to widen, going from this green to just a full black eye. It's hard to see any irises, especially in the darkness here. The skin was already pale. The nose kind of elongates a bit, and standing in front of you is a changeling, as you perhaps expected.
Yep.
My name is Zana.
Zana. Lovely name.
I'll reach back out to you in Rexentrum.
I will look forward to talking to you again.
You hear the crunch of snow behind you as the form fades. And as you turn around, standing closer to the inn, you see her as she turns to walk away.
Rosalind inhales deeply through her nose and exhales it out. This is complicated. And yeah, she'll make her way back to the inn and go to bed.
All right. And just for the hell of it, give me a stealth check.
No, just jump back up 2 stories.
That is with the disadvantage. How about a 12?
Okay. No, easily enough, you're able to sneak back in, take your armor off, and crawl into bed.
Mm-hmm.
From there, the night passes without incident. No one seems to have any dreams tonight.
Interesting.
Next morning. Oh, wait, actually, sorry. Oh, yep, okay. So, yeah, the next morning comes as you all begin to awake one by one. Kieran, Leaf is standing there next to you. Wasn't there when you went to bed, but is here now.
Hey, buddy.
His eyes begin to glow as he kind of lights up. Good morning, best friend Kieran.
Hey, best friend. How you doing?
I am re-energized.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I wish I felt that way too.
Did you not sleep well last night?
Slept. Not well, but I slept, I guess.
Perhaps you need a good breakfast and some coffee. That helps to energize your kind.
Yeah, cup of coffee.
Or maybe a lucky Kieran.
That sounds better. Yeah, let's do that. Go downstairs.
Yep, alright, so you all head downstairs. The rest of you can make your way down whenever you would like to. But as you... Oh, go ahead, Russell.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You're fine. Let's say at breakfast. At breakfast, Rosalind will nod and say, "Well, I didn't have a dream last night, but I had a visit from the assassin.
You did.
Well, I went out and spoke with her.
My goodness. dangerous, but obviously you're here. What did you find out?
Mr. Black serves as her benefactor as well, and she is somewhat perturbed
Well,
as to what happened.
so I figured, considering the dream I had.
She will not travel with us for the time being. However, she will be making her way back to Rexentrum as well.
Well, that's where we first met Mr. Black. Maybe we can finally put some reasoning to all of this.
Hopefully. It is interesting. I suggested this to her, but I'm not certain if I believe it just yet. But if Mr. Black did send her to do the assassination, which would cause the portal to form, it might stand to reason that he then sent us to be able to close that portal.
It could. That dream I had did not exactly put him in a good light, so to speak.
No, her relationship with him seems to be very complicated. She, we talked a little bit about Mira as well, so I think it's a painful subject for her, and, well, for me too, so.
Common ground, perhaps?
Perhaps, but I think it may be best that we don't bring that particular bit up.
Are you talking about this up in your room or around the breakfast table?
At breakfast, specifically at breakfast.
Yeah, Kieran, go ahead and make a insight check.
Robbie, I just want you to know, chat is aflutter right now with the implications of Zana being in this world.
Specifically Malkyria.
Yeah. That said, I've also gotten 3 DMs on Discord about it in the last few minutes, so.
What the fuck?
Kieran, what'd you get with your insight?
It's rolled a 3.
A 3? No idea.
Something wrong, Kieran?
No, I'm just listening, just trying to pay attention to everything you're saying. You know, yeah, mission ahead and all. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I can't speak necessarily to the assassin's level of trust in us, but they do seem, well, convinced enough that we are attempting to do the right thing, that they are going to at least keep us at an arm's length for the time being.
Well, the thing is that we know quite, well, at least I know quite clearly, that if the assassin wanted out, she could have gotten out of this thing with the Oracle.
And if she wanted truly to be out and away from this group, she would have to do nothing more than just leave and not speak to us again.
So, somewhere deep inside, maybe, there's a chance. I don't exactly know how she's doing this. Maybe she'll be going to you, Roz, in the future, given your connection, perhaps, but
Perhaps.
we just need to all be on our guard. And maybe kind, a little bit. I don't know. She's obviously been hurt.
Yes. I would say she probably is someone who, yeah, you said it best. She's been hurt.
We all have in some ways, but hers we know the least about.
Well, if we're done with all this high school drama, I gotta go get some supplies before we leave. So I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
I'll be back in a little
What's
bit.
a high school?
What's a high school?
As Leo is leaving, Kieran, what's your passive perception?
That's a 10.
Okay. Well, just everybody kind of notices that there seems to be a bit of a commotion going on in the middle of the bar area here today. There's a bunch of people gathered around. From what you can see, it looks like some people are playing cards. And all of the attention seems to be on a pretty ordinary looking human, paler complexion, sturdy built, seems to have a jovial atmosphere about him. Brown hair, has a tight-knit cap and a shirt with 3 daggers embroidered on the chest, and he slaps down his final card and goes, "Ha! And that is a win for me. That's what happens when you play against the greatest player in Heroes of Exandria." And you watch as the dwarf opposite him kind of like pushes his chair back, goes, "You made the damn game. Of course you're always gonna win. I call it rigged," and kind of storms off. Is there anyone else who would like to learn how to play Exandria and Wildemount's foremost trading card game?
Oh no.
You said a trading card game?
What is a trading card game?
I think you trade cards.
Does anyone want
That
to
might be
approach?
up your alley, Kieran. You want to go win me a dagger?
I thought you were gone. Confused.
I haven't left
Time.
yet.
Oh.
Just wants out the door.
I thought you had said that you.
Yeah, I'm down to play. Yeah, I mean, and no one's better than me at card games, so I'd like to see what is what he's yapping about. So.
All right, so you approach him, and he kind of sees that you're interested. He goes, "Ah, young man there, please take up a seat. Are you familiar with my creation, Heroes of Exandria?"
Hi. No, I'm really not. I actually I only have this one deck, and I don't really play a lot.
Make a deception check.
$18.
Okay. He kind of looks at you inquisitively. Well, that's a pretty fancy deck box you have there for someone who's new to the game. But please take a seat. My name is CG, and you are?
Bobby.
Well, Bobby, we'll play a quick warm-up game here without any of my special booster cards. And you watch as he quickly flips through his deck and kind of removes a few cards. Standard 52-card deck. This is how it goes. Practice round. Go ahead and draw your first card. Lay it face down in front for all to see.
It's up.
Face up, yes.
Nope.
What'd you get? 5 of clubs? All right, 5 of clubs. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any special effects with it, but that is 5 points in your favor so far. All face cards do a little something extra. And he pulls from his deck. Ah, see? King of Diamonds. So with the King of Diamonds, that allows me to remove the highest value card from my opponent's hand that matches the card's suit. So you got lucky there. Go ahead and draw your next card. You can just say what it is. It's hard for me to see on the screen.
No, sorry. 7 diamonds.
7 of diamonds. If you'd had that last turn, it'd have been gone. But fair enough. 7 to your hand. And now for mine, a 9 of diamonds. And for the final draw here, go ahead and make your draw before we add up our totals.
Queen of diamonds.
Queen of Diamonds. Ah. So with the Queen here, you can remove any card from your opponent's hand that matches the card's suit. So you can remove my King or my 9. The face cards are worth 10 points, and of course, the other cards are as they are. So you would want to remove my King. And for my final draw, a 7 of spades. So go ahead now and add all of yours together.
Okay.
And then he takes a special 20-sided die from his pocket and hands one to you. Then we roll this die, add it to our total. Highest number wins.
Okay.
Rosalind looks at Maeve. I prefer rollies.
How do you play that?
You each roll a dice and see who rolls higher.
With my 18, 9, and 7, I have a total of 34. And you, Bobby?
So you said add the total card total to the roll number?
Yep.
Oh. If I can count, that's 33.
Oh, so close, so close. But you see, that's how it's played. Now each of the face cards have a different special effect that they have on the play of
Wait, I'm
field.
so sorry. 44. I can't count.
Oh. Well then, and he kind of says a little bit loud in the direction of the dwarf, "See? Not so rigged after all, is it?" So that's Heroes of Exandria. It's quite simple, really, and he takes a little pamphlet out of his pocket and hands it to you. These are the full rule sets. It goes over what everything is worth, the different phases, as well as how each of the face cards affect it. But if you are a bit of a trading card connoisseur, we'll say, I have actually just recently begun going around and peddling my special booster pack cards. And he takes out a little sack from his pocket and takes them out and lays them across the table. You see a barbarian on one, you see a fire-haired druid on another, you see 2 different gnomes, a set of twins on one of them. This first pack, which is based on the legend of Vox Machina, is the first one that I've been going around trying to sell, but if you're interested, they also come with their own little rule sets as well. So for example, the Grog Strongjaw card turns an opponent's face card into a 10 so that it no longer gets any of the special effects that it normally would. I could give you a sample of one of these cards if you'd like to incorporate into your own deck. People all over Wildemount are playing Heroes of Exandria. It's become quite
that
the
would
rage.
be so generous. Thank you. This was really fun.
Did you have a preference? I'll even let you choose which cards you want.
Okay, so you said there was Grog, twins,
There's
Juno,
Grog, Strongjaw, Keyleth, Voice of the Tempest, Percival
Oh, it's just
Derolo,
Vox Machina.
Pike Trickfoot, Scanlin Shorthalt, and the twins.
Gotta channel my Scanlin here.
Rosalind leans over. Am I supposed to know who they are?
Would I know who this is?
Make a history check, maybe. You may have heard of them.
Maybe.
Would I have heard of them?
Actually, because of the research that you did when you were in the Rexstrom Archive, you do actually know that they were an adventuring group. They were the heroes that stopped an attack on Vasselheim some 20-odd years ago. I'd say that you probably know the same,
Okay.
Hermia.
About 20 years ago, they stopped an attack on Vasselheim. Became quite infamous as an adventuring group, actually.
Cool.
So,
Rather
the Scanlin card, when you draw and use this, you discard all of your face cards on the field of play, but then you also get all of the face cards from your opponent.
Whoa, what? So I just take their face cards from their hand?
And you lose yours, yes.
So that could work against you then,
It
right?
could potentially work against you, yes.
Oh boy.
Makes sense.
That sounds like
And-
Scanlin.
If you
How
would
much
like
you-
any of the other cards, they are 200 gold each.
That's a lot of money.
Well,
Wow.
you know I handcraft each of these myself, so they are very highly
Absolutely.
sought
Get
after.
paid for your craft. Yeah, pay the artist for sure. Yeah. Well,
These NFTs.
No, you actually get something.
Nah. That was really fun. So you said that this is known all across Wildemount?
Yes. I'm actually from Zadash myself. I've been traveling for the past few months all over Wildemount to spread the word of the game. Obviously, not many people play with the booster pack. That's new. But people play Heroes of Exandria all over the place. And some have bought my work, so perhaps you can find people to trade with or even, win the other cards from them in games. Never hurts to ask.
Yeah. Well, thanks. Thank you so much. This was really fun. I hope to get better at cards someday. So.
Well, if we
Maybe
ever
that's
cross
gonna be my
paths
game.
again, I look forward to seeing, I suppose you beat me, so I guess I'm gonna have to up my game, but it was a pleasure to meet you, Bobby.
Nice to meet you, FCG.
Just CG. Stands for
Sure, FCG.
Card Gamer.
Stop.
What about TC?
I'm so angry that Juxta is not here right now.
What TCG, trading card game.
My real name, though, which I suppose since we are now fellow card players, I can give it to you, as long as you promise not to tell anyone else. And he leans in real close. My real name is Chrysonicus Gutsidius. But keep that to yourself.
Fucking do it.
God.
Oh.
You know what? I don't think I can pronounce it, so yeah. I think it's safe with me.
Excellent.
I love it.
So who's next? Who would like to challenge the creator of Heroes of Exandria to a match? And you watch as more people kind of line up to play against him.
Oh,
Walk back to
goodness.
the table, just pointing at the card.
Okay.
Who's
Very
the-
nice.
Who's that?
And on it, you see a depiction of a gnome on this giant floating spectral hand
Ham.
strumming,
I wish it
strumming
was a ham.
strumming a lute.
It's ham.
That's cool.
Scanlan. Yes.
Is
Rather-
it Scanlin?
I thought it said on the card. Does it
It
not?
does. Yep. On the card
It
up at
does,
the
okay.
top, it says Scanlin.
Okay, I'm like
Shortfall.
pretending Maeve needed to read it and was like, oh right. Scanlan, yes. I don't really know the members all too well, but rather infamous in his own right, if I recall correctly. Bit tricksy.
Sounds like someone we know.
I just like the vibe that he was giving off, you know?
She kind of looks at you and just, yeah, I can. Birds of a feather. Birds of a feather.
Yep. So Kieran, if you pop that into your card box, if you have a second deck somewhere that you can just take a card and write Scanlin on it, so you know that if you draw it, that's the Scanlin card.
So can
And
you have
you
more
can-
than 52 cards?
So now you should technically have 53 cards in your deck. Yep.
So you can always have more cards.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You can have up to, this is just for you, rules-wise, you can have up to 3 magic cards in your deck. When one of them is drawn and put into the discard pile, you can use it, when you get more of them, you can use an action to put another one in, but there can only be up to 3 in your active deck at a time.
Like, active.
Yeah.
Go.
So, the screen that tells you, and do you want to add any magic cards to your deck? You'd okay that and then keep going.
But what does it do when she draws it in combat?
She doesn't know yet.
Mystery.
Oh God.
Oh god. Oh no. I hope not. Oh
Alright,
no,
so-
Scanlan's hand.
Leo, whatever it is that you are looking to buy, so long as it's just sort of regular mundane stuff, you're not looking for anything, too fancy.
I was just gonna go get me some studded leather and
Yeah, easy
a
enough.
healing
Just-
potion. Or a couple healing potions.
You're unfortunately not able to find any place that sells magic items or any healing potions here.
Can I talk to a guard?
They are basically kept sort of on a very tight supply.
Oh, okay.
And currently where you would normally be able to buy them, they're just out at the moment.
I can make some. I'm one day away.
But yeah, go ahead and check how much your studded leather armor costs.
45.
Deduct the 45, put it on there, you're good to go.
Dupe.
Yeah. Cool.
So, the morning is yours. What would you like to do?
I think we're planning on packing up to head back to Rexentrum.
All right, so you
We're
wait
ready to go.
probably an hour for Leo to come back with his new armor. And as all of you are getting ready to sort of set out, there's actually a bit of a commotion near the front gate.
Oh
Oh
no.
no, not again.
And in your
More
haste to
ants.
sort of kind of figure out what's going on, you do actually see Etrical is there as well. He seems to have been called to the front as well. He kind of gives you a knowing glance, but makes his way up there. And you see a group of guards coming in carrying someone. And they kind of take them back past you and to the end. And Etra walks up and goes, what is it? Sir, we're not sure. Someone, one of the patrols found her attacked, beaten nearly to death. Luckily, someone with us knew some magic, so we think that she's going to make it, but we're not sure what it is. It's not the any of those tree abominations. No, this looks like a mauling of some sort. He just kind of nods and they kind of walk on. He turns and looks. Leaving already?
Yeah. Is everything okay?
Maybe. It seems they found a traveler wounded on the road. I'm actually going now to check in quickly. I kind of wish that I could have seen you off a bit more properly.
I mean, we can wait a moment.
Well, we could go with you. I mean, we have healers here. Someone who could help.
Actually, yes, it would take a moment to get someone from any of the temples over here. If you wouldn't mind, that would help immensely.
I'm good for a cure wounds. Yeah, I got you.
I got medicine, so I'll help.
Follow me, then.
I'm not really gonna help, but.
And he leads you back into Melora's Tears and into the sort of a back room downstairs. It wasn't up in one of the official rooms. And as you get in there, there's 2 guards kind of outside, one still standing inside, kind of helping to clean some of the wounds and take the armor off. You all recognize who it is.
No.
This is Katra Trueblood.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
unconscious, bleeding heavily with claw and scratch marks, parts of her armor ripped asunder. You also see what looks to be traces of some sort of force damage, some sort of magic that you can't quite place. But she looks roughed up.
Is this the werewolf or the
No,
monster hunter?
the hunter.
This is
The hunter. This is the hunter.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ketra's the hunter. Raven was the monster.
That's right.
Yep.
I remember that,
Rosalind
thank
is
you.
going to kind of like grimace and look to the rest of the party.
Maybe we shouldn't stay. Just kidding.
No.
Killer, finish the
No.
job.
No, we're not finishing the job.
No, we'll just. This is going to be very awkward.
She
very
walks
fast.
over and yeah, I'll pump a. What level cure wounds can I do? I'll pump a cure wounds into her.
Okay. And you watch as some of the wounds begin to heal up a bit and most of the bleeding begins to stop, but she does remain unconscious. Etra, kind of watching this, turns to one of the guards and goes, "Where exactly was it that she was found? This looks like more than just wolves."
Rosalind kind of glanced over. We've actually met this person before
Yeah, we know.
on our travels up here.
Oh?
They're a monster hunter.
They were.
Well, I suppose that explains why they got into the fight that they did.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I
Wait,
feel
she
like
hasn't been bitten yet, has she? I don't know how that shit works.
Why? What does that matter?
She was chasing a werewolf.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the other guard goes, "We found her not too yard from the Tenderhearts farm, sir." All right. So it's gonna take me a while to probably get a battalion together. You all were planning on leaving shortly, yes?
Yeah, we can go grab the horses and be ready in a few minutes.
Look, I'm not telling you to go and fight a werewolf or anything, but the Tenderhearts farm is on your way. Perhaps you could just check in if they're okay. Great.
Rosalind
Obviously,
has a look on her face like, I think like I've been here before.
Gods be willing, they're fine. If they're not, and he reaches into his coat and kind of takes out this folded up piece of paper and hands it to you, Rosalind. This is a paper bird. If you write a message on it and then fold it up, it will fly back to me, essentially.
We'll go check their farm.
You don't have to put yourself in danger. Just whatever you find, write it on there, send it back so that we know for
She
sure.
tucks it away.
Very
Yeah,
well.
we'll go check out their farm and we'll report back.
Should I be worried? Is she dangerous?
Man, as
She-
long as she's not bitten. Then
Yeah,
she's fine.
As for her, she seemed to suggest that her monster hunter training would make her resistant to lycanthropy. But as for the werewolf, she's trying to get north away from people, but
We don't know how well in control she is of her inhibitions.
We will
Make sure to
do what we can.
keep an eye out and start to double some of our patrols around the city.
Good. All right, we'll go check out her farm.
Safe travels, and hopefully you find nothing but a happy and safe family.
As do we.
Yeah. All right, and we'll set out for the farmstead then.
Good.
All right. So,
Oh my god.
as you are leaving, you go and you collect your horses and your cart and begin your trek back down south. And as you are leaving the city, about half an hour into your travel, you notice a lone wanderer on the road ahead of you, who also seems to be traveling south. From where you are, they're about 100 yards ahead of you. All you see is a black and red cloak.
They're heading south, though.
Yep. So you're basically gaining on them.
Yeah.
But they're going in the same direction you are.
I'm gonna call out. It's more of a so we don't scare you. Hail.
See them stop and kind of turn and slowly turn back towards you. Hail to yourself. Leaving by. Of course you are. There's only one city up here. Can I help you?
Do you know what was the name of the farm? The who farm?
The Tenderhearts.
Do you know the way to the Tenderhearts farm?
I do not. What's sort of the marginal? Where's everyone sitting right now? I assume Leo's driving.
Probably Roz is in the front then.
Yeah,
I'll be in
Rosalind's
the
up front with Leo.
Then I'd be in the back with everybody.
I'm afraid not. Just traveling myself, not actually from here. Just a wandering bard. I don't suppose there might be room in your wagon. I can pay.
Tyrion pops
Oh my
his head out.
gosh.
Oh my
Are
gosh.
you Dandelion?
Am I
What?
what?
Dandelion?
No.
Wait,
My
he
name
said
is
Bard.
Kaylin.
Wait,
Oh, I'm disappointed.
don't I know that name?
You
You
do know that.
Hey! Okay, I'm gonna look out and go, hey!
Maeve!
Yes!
Well,
Right
and
here?
he throws back his cloak, and you guys see a
Briefly.
male human, snow white skin, shaved head, tattoos of solid sort of black lines at various angles, covering the top of his head, sides of his face. Despite his kind of jovial demeanor, there is almost a sadness to his eyes, despite the smile, the constant smile that he has painted across it. Simple, sort of, dark baggy pants, a shirt. He has a pack strapped to his back, and a unique lute, now that you kind of look, slung over his shoulders as well. It's white with similar markings of these thick, angular lines adorning it, and at the top of the lute's neck, there is a V-shaped piece of silver that kind of stretches up and out a few inches. What? You'll have to forgive me, Maeve. I forgot what it was you said brought you quite this far.
We've been on quite some adventures.
Might I join you?
Rosalind's gonna glance at Leo and kind of whisper all right, so obviously we're going to do something dangerous, but he's out here wandering by himself. Otherwise, it's probably safer with us. But then again, if Balthazar heard me say that, he'd probably be very mad.
I speak up to him. Do you know healing magic?
That's a very specific ask, but I do, actually.
All right,
Okay,
you're on.
get in the cart.
Yeah, get in the car. You're in.
Well,
Oh my god, we can't
I'll-
just kidnap somebody.
I'll
We're not.
explain on the way.
Yeah.
I'll explain
All
on
right,
the way.
Why is it long?
Yep, and he walks back and he jumps up into the cart along with you. Pleasure to make all of your acquaintance. My name is Kaylin. I met briefly with your Maeve here in Odesalo a few days back.
Yes.
Rosalind gets a look on her face. Oh, that one.
Just a
That
a
one?
happenstance sort of. No, just a
we-
happenstance sort of meeting.
Talking about me, Maeve?
I remember. Yeah.
Maeve just gets this sort of
Hey.
This seems scandalous.
So
What was said? Because I assure you, all we
does.
did was exchange words and pleasantries of the Moonweaver.
Oh yeah, there
Which
were
is-
All
specific
pleasantries?
which is all they said happened, but their imaginations get to the best of them, considering a private person I can be in matters of other
Have
people.
you
Listen, I
understood
can't say this
for her
'cause
yet?
I can't say this because Rosalind doesn't know it, but exchanging pleasantries with the Moonweaver definitely sounds like they fucked.
That definitely sounds like a holiday they'd have.
Does give a wink as he says that because he realizes it.
Yeah, I know. It's just,
Perfect.
just rolls her eyes.
Oh my god.
So,
Kieran.
I don't suppose you would like to introduce me to the rest of your comrades?
Of course. This is Kieran, who has his own mysterious tales. This is Hermia, who has, Hermia has quite the, is actually from the Feywild, right? I said that right? From the Feywild.
Interesting.
Up front is Leo, the oldest among us, and then we have Roz, who is actually from a different world.
A different
I can't
world,
say your
you
secret, Leo.
Rosalind
The
nods.
only thing we're gonna introduce. He's the oldest.
Oh yeah, and then
Grandpa
Leaf.
Leo.
Sorry,
He's the
Leo.
old fart.
Yeah, you're the old fart. And then this is Leo, our automaton.
Leaf.
I said Leaf? Sorry, I meant to say Leaf. Leaf, who can turn.
Flustered to see you, so you know.
Thanks, Kieran. Who can turn into a bear, as it turns out.
Well, my name is Kalen. I come from pretty far away, originally from the Menagerie Coast, where I trained in the art of storytelling with a specialty in tragedy. So it's a pleasure to make all of your acquaintances.
Well, you're going to get along great with us.
We are about to check in on a family, however, that might be dangerous.
Well, I've been known to fling a spell or two in my time. My mother was a bit of a hemocraft cleric, so I picked up a few things in my time before she, of course, departed this mortal coil.
What was her name?
Kale. I was named after her.
Oh.
Never
I
knew my
love that.
father, so...
I was named for my mother, too.
Was her name Rose?
Yes.
Look at that.
It was very good.
Very nice. But yes,
Can we keep him? I like him.
well, we'll see how long he wishes to stay, Kieran. We can't kidnap people.
Well, I'm
See how good he looks with a
I
tattoo,
just
too.
did.
heading back to Rexentrim myself. I assume you're going in a similar direction, so at least for the next day or so.
We
next
are.
few days.
We are, yes. We just will be checking out, and the last person that joined us was not happy that we were seeing a werewolf, so I want you to be prepared that we might be seeing a werewolf.
Interesting. Well, don't know and go and die, or do, because then, you know, new material.
Fair enough.
See, he looks on the positive side. This is someone who gets it.
Look, life is,
She remembers that he specializes in tragedy. Goes, yes.
life is filled with more downs than ups, so every time that there is a down, it's job security.
That's fair. Well, you'd be
One way to
interested.
look at it.
You'd be interested to know that the first time we faced this werewolf, we just barely managed to escape.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if the family's dead, it's all our fault.
Wow. Okay.
Wow, that was
It's
a lot to take in.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I don't know that I'd repeat it to everybody.
Well, I mean, I figured if anybody would be understand, he would.
No, definitely, absolutely. I can see it now. Would-be heroes looking to make a name for themselves, try to track down a werewolf. For whatever reason, they let it go. I'm not going to say that it escaped. That makes you look
Negligent.
like
Incompetent.
amateurs, incompetent, negligent,
Yeah.
all of the above. But perhaps you got
Yeah.
a sob story. Maybe they were looking to find a different life for themselves, secluded out in the wild. So you took their word for it, you let them go, only to find that they weren't able to control their lust and their rage, and they took another life. And now,
Rosalind
your fault.
winces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that story
That's-
sounds pretty
That's close to home.
pretty
hit
close.
the nail on the head, didn't I?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
good at this.
So,
Uh.
Kieran, you seem, I forgive me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that I am. I feel like I see another performer. I know when I see another performer. So what is it? What is your specialty?
Brethren in arms, right? You just spot us a mile away.
Best friend Kieran is good at deception.
Yeah. But I'm being very genuine in this moment here.
He's an
Um,
actor.
We are engaging in honesty right now.
You are learning. You are learning what we may do.
I'm trying. Yeah, so I'm too bad at the musical stuff, but really where my craft lies. And I pull out my deck of cards and I start making them float and make pictures in the air.
That's some talent you have. Very interesting.
Yeah.
You could probably find quite a market for yourself down in Port Demalio, Nicodranus.
Yeah, I'm actually, I'm from Port Damali, and, I haven't
You
been
are?
to Nicodranus yet. Yep.
I didn't know that. I have visited there. Right? Not crazy.
You have.
Okay. But the name sounds familiar. I have visited there.
So, you continue to travel throughout the day and the morning. If you wanted to ask Kalen more questions, you are more than welcome to. He has an open book.
What got you all the way up here? Were you also going to Bicetal?
I was. I spent a few days here in Bicetal, just performing, seeing the sights that I can. The people of Bicetal are quite different from the rest of the Empire, and they also have a very particular... what's the word? Hardship that they're enduring under the rule of the Empire. So I was hoping to... the further you travel, the more tales that you take in. As I said, it helps to tell better stories.
You picked an interesting time to be in Bicetal.
I did. I heard of the assassination attempt. That somehow also uncovered a conspiracy of some sort to overthrow its...
You're welcome.
That was all of you?
That was all.
Well, the prevention of the assassination was us.
So hold on, Roz. Tell me what you think of this story, right?
Oh, God.
Burgeoning heroic adventuring group somehow botches job against werewolf, but then days later manages to thwart assassination attempt. Does that...
I mean,
I
like it. It's very balancing, right?
Do ya?
I mean,
Second assassination attempt.
that's true. That's our second one that we've actually dealt with.
The other was...
Rexentrum?
Well, we didn't really
I
prevent
mean,
that more than...
Yeah, someone did die.
Yeah, that's true.
But-
That's fair. We did close the portal though, so that was on us. That was cool.
Portal?
We kind of
Oh.
suck
Oh.
though.
That's the thing we're now mentioning. Yes, the portal.
Rosalind like goes, "Oop."
No, you do not get to oops. What portal?
You don't get to oops in front of a bard, Roz.
Ah.
Yes. There was
so-
a portal.
Yeah, some demonic forces were entering our world, and
We stopped it
we closed the portal.
twice.
Yes, it's true, twice.
If you want me to write a song about you, you can just ask. You don't have to keep
I-
trying to impress
Goodness,
me
please,
No,
please write a
with
song about us.
increasingly elaborate stories of all
Oh
of
my
these things that you have
goodness.
apparently done in very quick succession.
Listen,
Commission
no one's
you.
more
I
surprised than we
commission
are.
you.
Only if you wish to, Kaylin. But I do swear what we're saying is true.
He just kind of stops for a minute, like he's trying to take it in, like he's trying to connect pieces in his head.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's a lot to explain.
Well, please, instead of me attempting to just fill in the blanks myself.
Ready?
Are we telling our life story? Okay. Well, we have all been chosen, you could say. She'll show the tattoo. We each have something like this, and we are here to help seek out great change, because that is where portals appear, as a way to prevent some kind of a collapse from these great changes. And we are trying to find them so that we can close them, which happen to be where things like assassinations take place.
If we don't close the portals, my world disappears.
She's from a different world, as I mentioned before.
Sounds like all worlds disappear.
That's probably going to be the case, yes.
Yeah.
That is fascinating.
So, here we are. The second chances. Because, as it turns out, we were not the first attempt at this go-around, but here we are.
Who was first?
We have no idea.
Well, we know
Well, we know
one
some of them.
My sister was one of them, but she apparently turned away. She gets very awkward as she explains this. She I suppose turned away. So I have been.
What a cruel twist of fate.
Yes. Try not to cry. Yes, it's kind of cruel. I have sister issues.
I see.
Listen, this is very awkward. I don't know what to tell to a bard.
Rosalind gives you a very sympathetic look. She too has sister issues.
I am messing all of this up. If you wish to know more, I'm very awkward at telling my own story. But yes, my sister was chosen first, and this is not the first time that has happened. But here I am, and here we all are, the second chances. Just trying to put a positive spin on it because this is an awkward conversation.
When was the last time that you saw or talked with your sister?
She's like a resonated sigh. I guess we're gonna have to explain this. Well, the truth is, I'm from the Pala Grove, as I think we mentioned the first time I talked. My sister is older than me by about 80 years. And she was kind of going to be chosen to be part of, going to be eventually ruling this place, of taking my father's place. And, well, there's a sort of a pilgrimage we take as Palad Elves. And during hers, she started talking very strangely. And she did leave for some time and then returned, talked very strangely. My father was extremely upset by what she was saying, and lots of other people were disturbed. And then she left. I haven't seen her for 10 years.
Your relationship with her prior to that, though, was good?
Decent. I always followed her around like a little lost wolf puppy, so to speak. I admired her. I wanted to be just like her. Everyone really admired her at the time. She knew how to speak to a crowd. She knew how to draw people in. She used to have this incredible singing voice. And she just was so well liked and just knew how to do all the right things. And after a while, I think I got into the point where I went from admiring her to wondering why I couldn't be like her. I wouldn't say our relationship was bad, but
Never had siblings of my own, but I think that that's a natural course, not just with our siblings, with our parents. We want to be like them, but eventually one day we have to grow up and realize that we have to forge our own path, as it were. My mother, I think, would have liked me to take the stage more and not travel the way that I do, but being at home without her was too painful. So I found my own way to deal with it.
I can understand that. That's true. But I wouldn't say we had a bad relationship, just a very distant one after some time. I mean, she had such different experiences than I did. And especially once she left, I mean, she couldn't really explain to me why. And now suddenly I was expected to take her place without any of the talent nor the skills. But I went on a similar pilgrimage as her, and I think I saw similar things that people called her crazy for. And so I left to figure that out myself. And here I am.
And now, heroes trying to save the world.
And now, yes, heroes trying to save the world. I was not the only one called.
Yes, quite a ragtag group you have here, I'm sure, each with their own heartbreaking story.
Yeah, I think so. I suppose I will have broken the ice.
So he'll continue to probably ask each of you a little bit about yourself, so it's up to you how truthful or how much you share with him. Hermia, do you tell him?
Sniff his cloak.
Do you tell him about your quest for your brother?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's asking everyone. It's not just me.
Oh, Hermia's just kind of falling asleep.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
I mean,
All right. Thanks. Thanks a
I
lot.
don't know. I'm tired, man. I can't help it.
Babe, your sad story about your sister's so boring. I'm gonna fall asleep now.
I mean,
Thanks.
or it could be soothing. Sad stories
Soothing?
could just make me sleepy.
Soothing. Close to tears
No.
here. I didn't even tell my dead wolf story.
What?
Who else
So,
is in the cart?
Rosalind and Leaf is up front. Everybody else is in the cart.
Yeah. So Leaf is with
Rosalind and
sorry,
Leo.
Rosalind and Leo.
me. Sorry.
Okay, I'll whisper to Leaf like, you think we should, ride one of the horses and give them, the cart, the room,
There is not enough horses for all of us to ride. Some would still have to remain in the cart.
Wait,
Make it a joke
Leaf,
here,
you can
'cause,
turn into a horse.
I could.
yeah.
Have we asked them if they
I'm
need
sorry?
Timavra, would you
Yes?
and new friend Kaylin like the cart for coitus?
Excuse me?
What?
She
Best
gets
friend-
a
You're
little.
supposed to say it like that.
Best friend Kieran is wondering if you would like some privacy.
Karen's
No,
just
we're
dying
just
laughing.
having a discussion. We do not. Anyone can add in. He's a
I
storyteller.
know
He
I'm
wants a story.
like
What's
sleeping, but you could have just said something.
We're
That's
not
like
doing
go
anything
somewhere
wrong.
else.
I want to
Goodness
insight
gracious.
Kaylin.
I have way more. I have way more
Go ahead, make an
subtlety
insight check.
than that, folks. Come on.
Rosalind glances
did say
at
that.
Leo and is like, I hope I get eaten by a werewolf.
Me too, because I don't want to hear anybody have coitus in that fucking.
We're not having
Rosalind
coitus.
has-
It's
Angel is-
here. No one
That's such
calls
a
it
weird-
that.
That's such a weird way to say it.
Yeah,
Listen, the
stop being
Moonweaver tongue.
weird.
There are. Listen, the Moonweaver tongue has many different languages for
I'll
that word.
bet it
but
does.
Query.
coitus is not one of them.
How should I
Continue.
refer to the act of coitus?
Fucking Leaf, fucking.
Oh my god!
Databanks have been updated.
Maybe just. Oh, great.
Oh boy.
Oh my
Well, we're gonna
God.
get in trouble for that
Oh
one,
my
but that's
God.
fine.
Kieran, what'd you get on your insight?
Oh. 13.
13. I mean, he seems to be turning a bit red, but otherwise seems to be enjoying himself here with everyone. You
Just
do
more
still...
so like this is embarrassing or like stop. I actually like her.
No, not even the embarrassing. Just he seems to be enjoying the company. You can still see a bit of that sort of sadness behind his eyes, but it seems like this is a bit of a gentle reprieve from whatever it is that he's
Sad about.
normally, probably a normal solitude.
Okay. I'm gonna scoot next to Maeve.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's very deep and mysterious. You know.
Yes, is there something you're trying to tell me?
No, I'm just saying, like, I like him. I do. I think, I approve.
Kieran, you don't need to worry about me. If there came a time where that would happen, we would handle it like adults. I will pat your head.
Yeah, because we're all adults. Yeah.
She kind of looks at you. In my people, your adulthood of which you can engage in the act that Leaf so eloquently placed is usually around
Fucking
the age
Leaf,
of 20.
fucking.
Yes. We,
Oh my god.
is around the age of 20, so you have a few years yet.
No, I've done a lot of that.
She kind of looks at you. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Kieran, it's fine.
I have.
You don't-
to prove it.
You don't need to... Everyone comes to it in their own time.
Yep.
You don't need to rush.
Hey, I feel awkward now. Bye.
Yeah, this is really awkward. Can we change the subject? This is not soothing.
Maeve shrugs. Talking about sex does not embarrass Maeve. So she just shrugs. Very well.
All right. So as you continue to talk about whatever it is that comes up next,
Whatever comes to your mind.
a few hours into your travel, Leo and Roz, you do notice on the right side of the road, eventually, a small sign that just says Tender Hearts. It kind of points down a pretty wide trail.
All right.
Hold on, gonna make a big right.
So traveling down this path, you do eventually come upon what looks to be a family home and a bit of a farm. Even from outside, you can see that this home seems to be in shambles. A modest dwelling with everything that a family out here would probably need to survive away from the city. You see a small stable. You see a station with chopped wood, an axe still embedded into a piece of it. A small shack with tools hanging on the outside, a fenced-in area that looks like perhaps it was a garden of some sort, with various implements kind of outside. From here, what would you like to do?
Are there
Rosalind's
any
gonna-
animals outside?
Not that you see from here.
And there's no people working?
Nope.
This
Are
is
there
bad.
dead bodies everywhere?
Not that you can currently see out here, but it does look. You can see that there are various footprints outside the front of the front of the house. You don't see any
Werewolf
signs of like
footprints?
blood, anything like that. You want to hop down and go investigate?
I will help with that.
Yeah.
All
Yeah, I think
Hermia-
everyone's gonna probably pile off the cart at this point.
Yep, Hermia, Maeve, go ahead and give me investigation checks.
Mm-hmm. Let's do it like this. What the fuck?
Yeah,
5?
Fuck your advantage.
What?
I know, every time. Doesn't care about my advantage. Never
What did
mind.
you get, Hermia?
Investigation. Oh, cool. 19.
Okay.
That's good.
19.
So yes, you do see that there are both human footprints as well as what looks to be some sort of large lupine-esque footprints, large clawed padded feet. There's also another type that you don't. Wait, sorry, what'd you get?
19.
19. Yeah. So
She
yeah,
did.
you see humans and you see what you assume to be a werewolf.
Someone. Yeah, I feel like we should probably kill this person now.
You also notice, Hermia, as you're kind of looking around, there does seem to be 2 figures over near the stables on the ground. It's hard to tell what they are from here, but there's something.
They're on the oh my god. I'll go over where the things are on the ground.
And you see 2 horses that seem to have been mauled by something.
Oh, not the horses. Is there people around?
Not that anyone
Like-
sees outside. The front door is ajar, though.
Oh,
Front
it
door's
is
ajar. Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Which way did the
God.
tracks lead?
Yeah, which way the tracks go? Since I can't
They
track.
seem to come from the same direction that you guys had came, and
Okay.
then lead into the house.
Oh, okay.
God.
Well, Rosalind will push what remains of the door kind of in and step inside.
So stepping inside here seems to be a family room of some type, and immediately you find the body of, or one body near near the fireplace. Go ahead and 2 people give me perception or investigation checks as you kind of look around this area.
Rosalind grimaces. Everyone, hold your stomachs as you come in.
Both of you can do it
Very
with
well.
advantage, since I assume everyone is kind of looking around here.
Yeah.
Um,
You'll do it? Okay.
I mean, not me. No.
Oh, okay.
I'll do
I
it.
got a
then.
+6.
I have a
I've
plus-
got a +0.
I have a
so-
+9, so just let me know.
Oh.
Yeah, go.
Okay, I'll go.
Flex here.
Here, I'll just.
Oh, with your perception, because I'm like, how'd you get a 2 with a +9?
No,
Dave?
no, yeah. My perception, I don't have advantage, but I have expertise
Yep,
in.
fair
So
enough.
I'll just do it here. You said I get advantage because everybody's helping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help.
13, 18. Nice. 18 plus
Yay.
9 is 27.
All right. Did anybody else want to roll as well?
If Hermia
no, but
wants
I have
to.
my sword out.
See if you get
Okay.
just see if you get a natural 20. That's all that we're really missing.
Oh, it's with
Am I-
advantage?
It is with
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah.
19.
Okay, 2 19s.
Well, 19 plus 7, I believe.
Okay.
So 26.
26.
The plus matters.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
I got
so
27.
So as you walk in, this does seem to be sort of a living room area. There was a struggle here of some type. You
Actually,
find-
plus 8, sorry.
That's fine.
Okay, you got 6.
Taking a look around, it looks like this is the father that seems to be in the living room here. There is a sword at his side. He has maulings all over his body. There is a kitchen off to the right and 2 doors leading to 2 bedrooms off to the left. Going into one of the bedrooms, which seems to be the children's bedroom, you see 2 bunk beds and then a bunk bed on one side and then another single bed on the other side. In here, you find the body of a mother and 2 young girls. It seems that she probably died trying to protect them while the husband was fending something off. It seems as though there may have been more than one attacker. You can also tell that the wounds on the bodies are defensive, but there aren't just claw marks. There's bruising, broken bones as well. And you also notice, specifically you, Leo, that there is a painted portrait of the family. There's a son as well who does not seem to be, whose body you can't find anywhere in here. And there's a door in the kitchen that leads out back, which is broken off of its hinges, and you see several tracks as well as blood splattered all on the ground leading out and further into the forest.
So the father has small marks, but the mother and children don't?
No, they all do, but some of them have bruising.
Correct.
Okay. Is the father's sword bloodied?
It is.
So hit it.
I think we all know that we gotta make this right. We gotta go after that.
Well, and
I
if the
will
kid,
also
if their son's still alive, we got to go find him.
I'll also say, Leo, that you notice too, specifically all of the bodies, the faces in the head seem to have very significant trauma to them. And you notice that some of the claw marks on the husband, which are like mauling wounds, aren't offensive in nature. It almost seems like maybe whatever left those claw marks was trying to pull him away from something else.
Oh.
What was her excuse last time? Was that she was trying to defend the people and the monster hunter was like willing to kill everybody.
Yeah, but now there's evidence of it.
Yeah.
Roz, before we go out, do you still have that piece of paper?
Yeah, but we should probably dispatch the werewolf before I send it back. I only got the one.
Call for
I want you
backup, and
to
then they can-
send back to kill the monster hunter.
Yeah.
Or at least to say that Monster Hunter was.
And that there was an
Well,
attack here and
it's-
everybody's dead
yeah.
except for the kid or the...
Well, we don't know. He could be
I
dead,
will
just somewhere else.
yeah, I will note too that where Katra wasn't found here, she was found on the road near here.
Maybe we should wait until we...
Yeah, I think
Figure
I need more
everything out.
information. All right, let's go find the kid.
Yeah, so yeah, Kieran, looking around, you're not able to find any trace of anyone else here. In fact, I'll say, once you're out the back, someone give me investigation, perception, survival, whichever is best for you, whichever you prefer.
Who wants
Roswell has
to?
her sword and shield and says, just tell me what to poke.
I'll roll.
I got 26 in perception.
Oh. Oh, never mind.
You can roll too.
As you
Well,
all,
yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get better than that.
well, 26 is plenty. So as you head out the back door and begin to follow some of these tracks, you do notice, as well as the werewolf tracks, there are also, every once in a while, it goes from sort of like drag marks to what looks like they were trying to walk, but you see footprints that could be that of a child's.
Okay. Child is still alive at this point.
You also see handprints occasionally as well in the snow as well. And
Like baby hand, like someone that like fell on the ground or something.
adult-sized handprints.
Adult size.
You also notice there's a lot of blood.
Let's find this quickly.
Yep. Keep moving quickly.
Kaelin is trailing along behind you, but is quiet. Doesn't say anything or bring anything up. All right. Give me a survival check.
My survival is +6. Does anybody have anything?
I
better?
only have a +2.
+0. Go ahead.
Leaf would probably be the best, but
Oh,
Yeah.
let
You
me.
could
Sorry,
say
hold
Leaf
on.
assisted you or
Yeah.
something.
Let me bring
Okay,
up
so-
Leaf's character sheet.
Yeah, bring up
here.
Leaf's. I think his might be better. Because he has a higher wisdom score.
He also gets to do it with advantage if he transforms.
okay. He should do it then.
Leaf. Hey, natural 20. You don't even need to bring it up. So yeah,
Leaf.
we will say that Leaf turns into a dire wolf, and he's going to be able to basically track just about anything down. And takes off running, and you guys travel for about 30 minutes before you come to a cave, sort of just on the edge of the woods. Large sort of rocky hill outcropping with trees dotted around it, and the tracks lead into the cave.
Oh, and it was fine last time we went into a cave, right?
We gotta fuck this shit up.
Wait, so quick
All right,
question.
Henry.
Are we hurting the werewolf this
Yes.
Well, we're gonna try and figure out what happened, but
Yeah, I thought
we're
we
not
just
letting
agreed
this
that-
kid get hurt, whatever it takes.
Oh. So
Okay,
I guess
so-
we're the only person that wants to kill the werewolf.
I mean, I'm not saying that I don't. Believe me when I tell you I got some shit I want to work out this morning, but let's find out what we can.
We just need to figure this out. There's been enough loss today.
Sorry,
Should
Chad,
we-
not yet.
Is this oh shit, get your weapons out?
yes.
Well, I promise you I will yell it if we need to get our weapons out. And she'll have her shield up kind of as she like starts moving into the cave.
All right, so Rosalind's going in first.
Hell.
Who's behind Roz?
I will.
Then Hermia.
I'll follow.
Chad's super excited to fight a werewolf.
All
I'll
right,
be
Leo.
last if possible.
Kieran's last.
I will, yeah, I'll go. It's either Leaf or I next, basically.
All right, yeah, well, and we'll keep Leaf back by Kieran, and Kaylin's bringing up the rear with you as well, Kieran. Are you trying to enter quietly?
No.
Are we?
I would say I'm
No.
entering quickly in hopes of this kid like being saved.
To be fair, if we probably don't want to spook the werewolf at this point.
All right, so
As we're walking, I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
okay. Armor of Agathis is on.
You got that hexblade build down.
Hermia.
I
Armor
didn't
of
get to
Agathis
use
is
it last
so
time
good.
we fought the werewolf, so
Yeah. It's
Alright.
really good.
So coming in, Rosalind, it actually doesn't take much time at all. You see before you as you kind of walk in. You're not sure what this cave may have been at one point, but it almost seems like there's what used to be long ago rough-hewn stairs as you enter into the cave that kind of goes up about 10 feet. But everything else kind of seems like it's naturally formed otherwise. And as you walk up 20 feet in front of you, you see a wounded... Rosalind, you
Yeah.
believe you fought a werewolf before. You immediately
Yes.
realize, oh, I was wrong.
Well, I learned that when we fought the werewolf last time.
You were
No, you
unconscious.
didn't.
You
didn't see it.
You
Oh,
You
had
never
to
that's
saw
right.
it. Yeah,
That's
you
yeah,
never
true, we
saw
Sarah
it.
knocked us all out.
Yeah,
You
you're
do
not
now.
the fuck out.
Rosalind winces noticeably and goes, "Oh, Miro's gonna." Oh,
This is
never mind.
a like 15-foot tall hulking beast of a monster.
So
that
it was
as
a
you-
dire wolf.
Yeah, as you run in, it immediately looks over its shoulders at you, snarls, and like takes a defensive stance. You can already see that there are wounds on it. You lot again? Did she
better
send
have-
you?
No, you better have a good explanation for what happened at the farm.
I tried to protect them.
From what?
Against what?
Yourself?
I don't know what they were. Abominations, I've never seen them before.
What do you mean by abominations?
They were creatures of some sort. I don't know what they were, but I tried to... When I got there, the family was already being attacked. I tried to help.
Can I do an insight check?
Go for it.
Glance towards Leo. They were fighting defensively against something.
Something, yeah.
That's a 18 plus. Where's my insight? Plus 6. So 24, I think.
Seem to be telling the truth as far as you can see. They seem very authentic about it. They're also very much on edge and don't seem like they trust you that much. You do notice behind them a young boy, maybe 5 years old, who seems to be sort of sitting against the wall in pain, holding his arm.
Are you all right, kid?
He seems to kind of be out of it. He'll be fine.
We can help him.
You see that there's some sort of troubled look on their face.
You bit him, didn't you?
He was mortally wounded. It was the only way to save him.
That wasn't your choice to make.
It was that or he dies. I can protect him.
Oh.
Kaylin.
Katrin survived.
Kaylin begins to push forward as you say that. Raven kind of acknowledges it, but doesn't say anything back. Kaylin just kind of comes forward with his hands in the air. Lycanthropy is a blood curse, right? And she just kind of growls back at him. I may be able to help both with the curse as well as his wounds, if you permit me. She looks back towards you, Rosalind, with kind of a glance, like she's waiting, like she wants your sort of take on it. Obviously, not recognizing who this is.
Right. Rosalind is going to take her sword and kind of put it down in the dirt of the cave and set her shield down, and she's going to approach slowly, kind of with her hands up. He's fine. Let him help the boy.
Growls as you kind of start to walk forward. Rosalind, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Yep. 25 or 26. Jesus.
Okay. He can, if he can help.
Mm-hmm.
So Kaylin carefully walks forward and goes back and kneels down by the boy. The Raven kind of steps away towards you a bit more and is sort of keeping an eye both on all of you as well as Kaylin and the child.
Roz just has her hands up, like, unarmed.
Yep. Kaylin kneels down and goes, "What's your name, son?" "Kale." "Ah, that was my mother's name. I'm Kaylin. It's a pleasure to meet you, though I wish it was under better circumstances. Let me see if I can help you here." And you watch as Kaylin takes out his lute and draws the sort of silver triangle at the top of the lute across his hand, drawing blood. And then, putting his finger in it, starts to sort of draw these runes on the kid's forehead. And from here, now that that Raven's kind of stepped aside a little bit, you can see that there is some elongation in his arms, that his hair and sort of down the back of his neck seems to be longer and a bit more mangled. Portions of his face and cheeks seem to almost be protruding a bit snout-like, as though he's maybe stuck halfway through a transformation, or his body can't quite handle it properly. And let's see here. Okay. Kalen begins to mutter some words under his breath, and you watch as the blood that he drew on this kid's forehead turns black and then sort of evaporates into a smoke. And you can hear the crunching and creaking of bones as his arms begin to shrink back a little bit, and he kind of grimaces in pain. But it seems like his body is beginning to shift back into sort of a normal form. After a moment, Kalen looks to everyone and goes, "This isn't permanent. I can't cure him. But, he's better for now."
What could we do for him?
It's very possible that what the wolf did for him saved his life, but now this is the beginning of his tragedy. Raven just looks at all and goes, "I can take care of him. He is my ward now. You need to go before whatever it was comes back.
Where
I
did it
chased
go?
them here to finish the job."
What was that last part? I'm sorry.
She said she chased them here to finish the job.
Rosalind is going to walk over towards the boy.
Raven steps in front of you.
She kind of gives a look. "I'm not going to hurt him."
Steps back.
She kneels down. Kale, was it?
Yeah.
Do you understand what has happened?
Those monsters killed my family.
Wait, does he remember seeing the monsters?
Seems
Apparently. She nods and looks at him, and I don't know how to describe it necessarily, but she communicates in her eyes that she understands what he is feeling right now. Nothing anyone ever tells you is going to make that pain go away for the rest of your life. But I'll tell you what my mom told me before she died. Every day from now on, you're going to have a choice to either make the world a little bit better or a little bit worse than you found it. Always choose to make it better if you can. If you want, you can come back with us. Or if you trust Raven. If you trust Raven, you can go with her. It's not right that you have to make this choice tonight, but you do.
Would we know, like, any known cures for lycanthropy?
Not off the top of your head. He kind of stares at you a bit blankly. Ra's still obviously in shock.
Yeah.
And then you hear a growl from Raven. "They're returning." And all of you feel a slight rumble underneath you in the ground. And I need Hermia, Kalen. Oops. Where's the rest of them? Roz and the werewolf to all make dexterity saves.
Dex. Save. 14.
Sorry. It is 19.
Okay, so everyone made their saves except for
18.
Raven, which means that Raven gets attacked with advantage. The rest of you, it's just a normal attack. And what you see as the ground begins to shake is from underneath you, the ground explodes as these creatures pop up out of the ground. They're covered in some sort of shell-like outer skin. They have, their face is just this gaping maw of razor-sharp teeth and these long, slender tongues that seem to be coming out towards you almost tentacle-like in nature. Their arms and legs are muscular and seem to be sort of humanoid in stylings, though they seem to be double-jointed in some way, as they pop up out of the ground and attempt to latch onto you. That is a natural 20 on Raven.
As they pop up, you said the boy is kind of like leaning against a wall.
Yes.
Rosalind is going to like quickly like put her hands up on either side of him just to like shield him.
Okay.
And if there's anyone that can take that damage, I guess it'd be Raven.
It would be, absolutely. Alright, that's only 2d10, that's not bad. Whoops. That's not how you do numbers.
It's not numbers.
There we go. And is also now being grappled by it.
Wait, who is?
Raven.
Raven.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I know that's what I said. I was like, it's not the boy or Kaylin, right? Or any of our party members.
You are able to dodge out of the way as this thing pops up and attempts to grab a hold of you. You are not Rosalind, as that is a 19 plus its attack.
Wait, so it didn't hit me?
Correct. Yep.
Okay,
You take 7 damage, Roz.
Sure.
As this thing grabs a hold of you, so you are now grappled by it. And Kaylin.
How many arms does it have?
Yeah, what is attacking us?
Oh, right.
Are
I
they
am so
worms?
sorry. Let me bring you
Are
on
they
over here
worms?
really quick.
Oh, here we go. Oh, no!
And Kaylin
They're
also
eyeball
takes...
eaters?
Oh no!
And
No!
with that, as these things pop up, grabbing a hold of Kaylin, Roz, and Raven, Hermia narrowly dodging, that's where we're going to end tonight's session.